anything too identifying, I don't believe so.
I mean, nah, you could definitely identify where he lives from this. It's like his whole front house. But it's got 20 million views and it's pinned, so it's like, I think it's really relevant to see what fucking site. I don't think any of our fans are going to bother this guy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would hope not. Let's watch this. I have an unbelievable twist that I just learned about this story that's going to blow your mind.
Okay, so this giant piece of shit, Alex Rawson, apparently
Rosen,
he went to his house, and by the way, here he is celebrating that he blocked him. Let's go! I got blocked by the guy who I'm like stalking. So here he is on Father's Day, taking a walk. Like Joe told him, damn, take a walk, and here he is taking a damn walk.
Oh, are you Peter Hotez?
I am. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Hey. So why are you not like going to debate RFK on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Oh, come on. That's harassing.
I'm just curious.
What?
Nothing hostile. Just curious.
I haven't said anything one way or the other.
I mean, are you planning on doing it?
He just invited me, so we'll see.
Oh. And I think you should though.
Well, we'll give it some thought.
Okay.
Okay.
And now he's going back into his house because he's disturbed.
Right.
And what do you have to say to people who think they were vaccine injured? Anything for them?
Don't come to my house.
I mean, do you have anything to say to people that think?
Father's
Do you have
Day.
anything to say to people?
He's still smiling.
Yeah. I mean, do you think
It's
vaccine
uncomfortable,
injuries
I'm sure.
are real, Peter? Peter, it's just a question.
This guy's out of breath. Wonder how many walks he does.
Settle the science now. On a safari to go
Such a
vaccinate more
pleasant guy.
kids.
He didn't even say anything mean.
No, he was very
Just,
polite.
hello.
And here he is
bye.
laughing. And so this is so great. It's pinned. It's getting tons of it. Now, before Elon Musk bought Twitter, this would have been removed for harassment, right? Like, no question. I'm surprised that this video stayed up. It's got 20 million views. None of them fucking care.
Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Same guy.
Oh,
No
no,
way.
it's the pedo hunter. Okay, because I remember when this guy pedo hunted EDP, then everybody started canceling him because apparently he's also a creep and a big piece of shit.
Yeah, he ended up getting banned off of YouTube, I'm seeing. Let's see. After exposing EDP, a lot of controversies came out about Alex. Alex was called out for his older prank videos where he called Black Lives Matter hotlines and repeatedly said racial slurs against African Americans. Some videos saying racial slurs, homophobia, being creepy to a decoy. Blah, blah, blah. Talked about having a 3-year-old female child in his basement. Chet's behavior was called out by Mudahar and Charlie for his older videos.
The brain
Since then,
trust.
he had his channel terminated off of YouTube. So
Yeah, so, okay, I'm not surprised that this guy did that.
yeah, I just looked up his name, and the EDP thing was actually the first thing that popped up.
So here you go. Elon Musk, who is like, I'm cool with this kind of content on our platform. And here's the kind of other more tweets that are being targeted at him. Sorry, but I don't trust any medical advice from someone with teeth like this. I think he has cute smile.
I think he has the most adorable
I think his
smile
teeth are
I've ever
very
seen.
endearing, to be totally honest.
Also, I didn't say anything about the adorable hat he was wearing in that video. It was really, really, really cute, and I'm sure it protected him really
Gotcha.
beautifully from the sun.
Yes.
Like, I genuinely think he has a very nice smile.
Agreed.
Very sweet smile. Let's see your smile, DC Drano.
I'm sure it's ugh.
Dumbass.
Love ya. No homo.
So this guy's life is basically, he's being relentlessly harassed, both on and offline. And, well, I really think that Elon and Joe are just despicable, disgusting, vile people.
Bullies.
Bullies, yeah. Of a sweet guy who's dedicated his life to public service, medicine for children, and apparently a vaccine that he did not IP protect so that he could give it to poor countries.
Fuck you.
Oh, he went on Mehdi Hassan's show. Okay, let's see what he said. This is cool.
According to what RFK Jr. and other anti-vax nuts have claimed, there is no connection between vaccines and autism, no connection, no established documented connection between vaccines and serious diseases or mass death. Vaccines tend to save lives across the board, do they not? That's what the peer-reviewed evidence overwhelmingly shows, does it not? And people are dying right now from COVID still because the evidence on COVID vaccines' efficacy is being ignored or shouted down on social media.
Well, there's three or four moving parts to this. So I'm a vaccine scientist. I make low-cost, patent-free vaccines for low and middle-income countries.
What a demon.
Huh?
I said, what a demon.
Oh.
Ugh, I love him so much.
It's also obviously part of like the Jewish agenda or something. He's sending vaccines to third world, or not third world, but developing countries.
Oh, it's to like sterilize them. It's
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No question.
Which all of these people are very paranoid about happening.
What he's really trying to do is break down the blood-brain
BBB.
barrier.
Knock down the
beautiful,
better,
the big, yeah,
big beautiful,
yeah, the big beautiful,
brain.
Big beautiful babes.
So that
Big beautiful
when they use
babes.
cell phones, their brains get zapped harder.
We made 100 million doses.
Don't you find it suspicious of this guy, RFK Jr.? It's not just one conspiracy he's interested in. It's like a whole bunch of really fucked up ones. Like, if you just maybe
bringing
cared about
truth.
one,
Yeah.
just cared about one, maybe more credible. But then he's talking about mole people living at the center of the earth who are secretly stealing people from cornfields.
We made 2 vaccine prototypes that led to 100 million doses being administered in India and Indonesia, no patents, minimal strings attached. So we actually found a way to bypass the pharma companies, and yet RFK Jr. incessantly calls me a pharma shill when, if anything, our vaccines maybe kept Pfizer and Moderna out of markets in India and in Indonesia. So
Exactly. That's why I
understand-
don't.
That's a
I'm
really
glad
good
he
point.
pointed that out, because I was thinking that the whole time. Like when I found out that he's behind these patent-free vaccines, it's like, shouldn't he be celebrated by like the anti-pharma people? Like
That's a
he's
really
screwing
good
them.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good point.
And that piece. And then the reason I got involved with RFK Jr. in the first place is I have an adult daughter, Rachel, who has autism and intellectual disabilities, and wrote the book Vaccines Did Not Cause Rachel's Autism, that refuted all of his false claims. And that's been, he's been.
Oh my God! It's Sheryl Sandberg. His wife is Larry's ex-wife in Curb.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What the fuck? Have they been married the whole time during Curb?
No, they got married in 2014, and I think Cheryl's character. Oh, actually, I don't want to spoil anything. I'll text you.
You're not going to spoil Curb. You worried about spoiling Curb?
I guess it was like a decade ago now.
It's not like a whodunit.
Okay, well,
It's a
the
fucking
divorce
sitcom.
in the show, I think, was 2012. So, but she was still on the show, so there was
Right, yeah.
All right.
Me ever since then, and now he's at it again. But this time, Ilana, I'm sorry. This time, Eddie, it's caused something really terrible, and that is during our COVID pandemic. I have a new book coming out that basically says 200,000 Americans needlessly perished because they believed the anti-vaccine disinformation and refused to take a COVID vaccine during our Delta wave and BA1 Omicron wave in 2021-22 after vaccines were widely available. So the point is, anti-vaccine disinformation, it's always done a lot of damage and harm, but now it's a lethal force in the United States. And that's why we have to have that discussion. And I offered to come and go on Joe Rogan again. I've been on a couple of times and have that discussion with him, but not to turn it into the Jerry Springer show with having RFK Jr. on.
Fair. That's a good point. It's not about confrontation. If you want to talk to him, talk to him. Now, I am the Jerry Springer show. That's why I love this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In fact, hit me with the bell, Zach.
Oh, one sec.
Ding, ding, ding.
Dig that up.
It's sad because I said I'm so fed up with the debate me, because it's not really about the debate. If it was about finding out information, as you said, you've already written about vaccines and autism. You've already spoken and written about COVID vaccines. I think you've been on MSNBC and other channels hundreds of times since the start of the pandemic. People can hear your views and the evidence you bring to this. So they're not actually interested in evidence. And it saddens me that you're a man who basically has saved lives abroad with the vaccines you've developed, whereas RFK has contributed to a culture, a vaccine misinformation culture, that has led to the deaths, as you say, of hundreds of thousands of lives, and yet he's the one being celebrated by tech billionaires like Musk and Jack Dorsey, while you're being smeared and defamed. And I would say, I don't know if you agree to debate or not. My advice...
The guy who's actually working selflessly to improve the world is the bad guy. And Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey, the billionaires who have fucked this world in the ass, are the good guys.
Look what I just dug up.
Cheryl
This is
said,
from last year.
my husband's reference to Anne Frank at a mandate rally in D.C. was reprehensible and what? She going after her husband?
Yeah.
What did he say about
This tweet
Anne
has
Frank?
been, this has been deleted, but
The atrocities that millions endured during the Holocaust should never be compared to anyone or anything. His opinions are not a reflection of my own. How are they married?
I can pretty much infer everything that happened from that tweet. He was at some rally and he was saying that, yeah, like mask mandates are the equivalent of the Holocaust.
What did he say about Anne Frank, though?
Let's see.
I gotta know.
Frank.
How do you go home when your wife just like called you a demon on Twitter?
I don't know. It was like, what was that? Was it the couple, the woman that worked for Trump and then her husband was like a Republican? That was like the most outspoken, like, and I always wondered, like, how the fuck do you guys have a relationship? It's weird.
Well, it didn't seem very good because I remember their daughter was having a really hard time.
Right. There was all that.
It wasn't
Jesus.
good. It seemed really unhealthy.
Are you talking about Kellyanne?
Yeah, Kellyanne Conway, yeah.
Kellyanne, there it is, yeah.
Oh, right.
Is this what he said? Is this the quote?
I think I just
Crazy
found it.
quote.
AB?
Yeah, this is it.
Even in Hitler's Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You could hide in an attic like Anne Frank did.
Anne Frank literally died.
Right, you forgot that.
Anne Frank was taken to a concentration camp.
Hitler
was
right. Like Anne Frank did, Kennedy said in a speech, I visited in 1962 East Germany with my father and met people who had climbed the wall and escaped.
Met people? Wait, hold the fucking phone. How old were you? You didn't mean shit, dude, in 1962. You're probably like a 2-year-old.
No, he's probably, no.
He has a good memory.
No, I think he's older than you think. What's his birthday?
He was born in 1954. He was 8 years old.
That's pretty young. I bet you can remember stuff when you're 8. I visited in 1962 East Germany with my father and met people who had climbed the wall and escaped, so it was possible. Many died, true, but it was possible. So he's saying, at least in Nazi Germany, when Jews were trying to be eradicated from the planet, they had more options.
Unlike the mask mandate where, you
no
could
options.
just not.
I mean, just hide in your,
okay.
I mean, you hide in the attic.
What a fucking idiot, dude.
Go hide in the attic. Great analogy.
Like, to even have your mind go there is so fucking stupid. Like,
it's
for
like,
mask mandates, like nobody fucking enforced that shit, dude. Nobody cares.
But even the victim mentality it takes to compare what Anne Frank did, hiding in an attic for years,
And eventually
in
being
fear
taken
for her
to a
life.
fucking concentration camp.
Her whole family was killed, including her. To being asked politely to wear a mask to go in Target.
Yeah.
And like most likely, if you said no, the Target employee being like, "Okay,
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, just her dad.
Like at
survived,
no
so we could
point was the
publish.
fucking Gestapo fucking tackling you to the ground for not wearing a mask.
Just like Nazi
it's just
Germany.
made up. It's just made up.
Just like Nazi Germany.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I really want him on the show.
Oh my God! Imagine being married to someone who said that.
She can't. What? How are you married to him, Cheryl? She said my husband's reference to Anne Frank at the mandate rally was reprehensible.
How do you just
never-
have dinner later?
What on earth?
She's not
People are weird,
Jewish,
man.
is she? Is she Jewish?
She might be. I don't know.
I don't know.
Larry David's not Jewish.
Yeah, he is.
I know. I'm kidding.
Like, what the fuck? It's a joke, dude.
Cheryl Ruth Hines. I mean, Hines doesn't sound. She's raised Catholic. Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
No. You never know. You never know. You know, they walk among us. You never know.
You never know.
In the words
She is in
of-
Hollywood, right?
I think it was Fresh and Fit, although I don't remember who said it. They're like, yeah, you could run into a Jew and never know it.
I think that was Ab and Preach, actually.
Yeah, I think, or that's what I meant to say, Ab and Preach.
Whenever we talk about burning the witch,
Oh, no, not the witch
you know
again.
the era where we used to burn the witch? That era never really stopped.
Right.
The type of witch we was burning changed.
Well said. Well said, my man. So, yes, I want to reach out emphatically to our boy, Robert.
I gotta be frank.